Superman is back. That's right, a brand new teaser just gave us an all-new look at David Corenswet as the Man of Steel taking flight, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty fantastic. It looks a little weird, but it also looks fantastic because it's Superman. So, I mean, come on. We're also going to be taking a look at all the exciting new releases that are hitting digital, physical, and streaming platforms this week. That's right, everybody. Welcome to your movie morning, your daily dose of movie news with a cup of coffee. I hope you all are having a glorious Tuesday today. That is a great cup. Hey, special thanks to our Patreon producer for the month, Basilius of Stupidonia. You are awesome. We greatly appreciate you for supporting the channel. Just like all these fine folks coming across the screen. I want you all to know that here in just a second, we're going to be watching the new teaser for Superman. I keep wanting to say Superman Legacy, but I know it's, been renamed to just Superman. So if I say Legacy, just bear with me. But if you're watching the video version, obviously you'll be able to see that on the screen. If you're on the audio version, no worries. I'm still going to be talking about it, so you shouldn't miss anything. But hey, that's just another great reason to come over to youtube.com/hopefullyawesome and check out this video. So that being said, let's check out this new trailer. So we're going to dive into this incredible Superman teaser and break down what it tells us about the future of DC's iconic hero. As you can see, most of it is, in fact, the same footage we've seen from the first teaser, though there are new images included, just like this shot of Lex that just popped up. And, it kind of expands a little bit on some of the other things that we've seen. We got Crypto, we got the Fortress, but right here, this flight of Superman. I think that's the first time we're seeing Superman fly. I know we've seen, obviously, him like kind of moving throughout, like floating in the sky, stuff like that. But this is like head first, staring straight at the camera, flying. And it's kind of like, I love it, but it's also weird. It's just not really something I've seen in this style before with Superman. And I don't know. I've seen some other people kind of pick up on it that it seems like it's perhaps, just the way that it's like his face is straightforward looking directly into the camera, whereas we usually get like a profile shot of it. It kind of reminds me, if y'all remember... the old MTV show Fear. There's other shows that's done this and other movies that's done this since, but like they would put like this camera rig like right on their face, like it'd be like on their shoulders and stuff, and so their face would always be like in the same position, whether or not their face would be in the same position, but the background would move around them, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I have to keep repeating the video, and it breaks my brain every time I hit the button. But it kind of reminds me of that, but like where he's flying, it's CG, so it kind of throws it off. But like his face is like dead centered. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. I definitely recommend, if even if you're not watching us, if you just go on YouTube and watch this new teaser, I think it's worth just trying to see just what exactly this new image is. Now, obviously, that notwithstanding, we do also see a good shot of Lex coming off of his helicopter, and what appears to be like the bodyguard or whatever, this guy that's in like the black suit that we talked about during the teaser that was released. Some people have said it's possibly like a clone of Superman, something that Lex has made. I've not looked too deep into it because I honestly don't want to know until I'm watching the movie. That being said, obviously feel free to drop your theories, comments. Even if you know what it is, feel free to drop it in the chat. Like, that's totally fine. But like, do we think that there's gonna be some Lex Fortress stuff going on? Like, I don't know how I feel about that, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I like everything I'm seeing. That being said, I'm just hesitant with certain things because of what happened with Superman Returns. You know, like we were like, oh my gosh, it's just like the Christopher Reeves movies, and it wasn't. And it was in bad ways, just like those movies, like Lex being, all about, land, and like I don't know. I don't know if I need Lex at the fortress. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to be positive, y'all. It's just I'm getting flashbacks of Superman Returns. Not that Superman Returns is a bad movie. It's just not the movie that I was wanting. And I mean, obviously, it goes without saying, the director of that movie is a big, huge piece of crap. And so don't want to let that go without being acknowledged. And Lex in that movie is also a huge piece of crap, the actor that plays him. So just want to make sure everybody knows that. Yeah. I think it looks great. It looks great. I know the Superman fly, it's just new. It's a new way that we've not seen Superman fly before in these movies. And so I think that's what's kind of throwing it off a little bit. I think it'll be great. I think within the context of the movie, I think it'll actually be really cool. But what do you think? Am I over analyzing this a little too much? Like, do you think I'm reaching with the Lex being at the fortress? Do you think this flight looks fine and that I'm just being overly critical of it? Let me know. I would love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know what you all think about this Superman trailer. Obviously, it's just a TV spot, so I'm looking forward to once we get like an actual brand new trailer. But it is cool that we're actually getting some TV promotions. That means Superman is just around the corner, which is super exciting. I didn't even mean to use that pun. It is just extremely exciting. I cannot freaking wait to watch this movie. Even if it's bad, I just can't wait to go watch it because I love Superman, guys. Like, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, y'all. Even if it's bad, it'll be great. And I hope that makes sense. Right now, I just need positivity, Superman stuff in my life. I think we could all use a little bit of positive Superman stuff in our lives. So hopefully that is what we're gonna get. But now that we've seen Superman soar, let's turn our attention to what's new this week on digital, physical, and streaming platforms. So here's everything that you can watch right now. And of course, we'll be talking about what's coming out later on in the week. So as of today, Moana 2 is now available on digital streaming platforms over on Apple TV. And I believe it's the same price everywhere, but you can get it for $29.99 to buy it, or you can rent it for $24.99. Me personally, I'm going to wait until Disney Plus has it, just to be completely honest. It's good. It's a great movie, don't get me wrong. But I'm fine to wait until I've seen it. Wait to watch it on Disney Plus because I've already watched it in theaters. Now that being said, obviously if our daughter was like, "Oh my God, Dad, we gotta get it," I would maybe be a little bit more apt to purchase it. But as far as I go, I'm just gonna wait for Disney Plus. It is a good movie though. Definitely recommend. And I would buy it. I mean, I don't know. I'm the type of person that's like, if I'm gonna spend $25, I'd rather spend $30 to own it instead of spending $25 and then having to rent it again later. I don't know. What's $5? What's another $5? Also out digital today is Den of Thieves 2. And I cannot read the title, the subtitle. Is it Panama? I think is the sub name of that. I've completely forgotten. But if you've been watching us, you'll know that this was the number one at the box office, 2 weeks ago at this point. Apparently it's good. I don't know. I've never heard of these movies. Like, I know I talked about it, I guess it was last Monday, not yesterday. I have no idea what this is. But some people like it, so there you go. Again, you can buy it for $24.99 or you can rent it for $19.99, so just a little bit less than the Moana movie. Though again, I am not really too concerned with checking it out myself. But let me know if this is your cup of tea. If you check it out, let me know what you think. I'd love to know more. Also, we got Baby Girl. This is Nicole Kidman. I think this is the movie. I don't really remember. But I want to say this is the movie where like she has an affair with like her intern or something. It's an A24 movie. I think it's nominated for some stuff. But yeah, it's $24.99. You can rent it for $19.99. Honestly, don't know enough to talk about it. I'm not going to be getting it anytime soon. If you've seen this, let me know your thoughts, if it's good or not, because I just honestly have no idea. Next up, we got what's hitting Blu-ray this week. So there's actually quite a few things listed here. I'm not going to point out every single one of them. But if you're watching the video version, you can see the screenshot of all the Blu-rays that are being listed here. I do have a couple that I want to point out as we go throughout here. I know there was one for Just Friends is apparently getting a Blu-ray, a new edition Blu-ray. That's the Ryan Reynolds movie from 2005, I guess. The Forgiveness. That one always cracks me up. But another one that's coming out is Daffy Duck's Quackbusters is hitting Blu-ray. So this says it's a Warner Archive release. I don't know if that means that you can only get it through Warner Archive or if it'll be available on Amazon. But I do have whatever links are available. I will have those listed in the description and in the pinned comment of this video. So if you'd like to make a purchase of any of these Blu-rays, obviously be sure and use the link in the description, as that is an affiliate link, and it will give us, it will help support us if you're planning on buying this anyway. So I wanted to point out Daffy Duck's Quackbusters because I remember watching this as a kid. We had recorded it off of, I guess, the Family Channel, I think is where it was. It was either the Family Channel or WGN or something, but I want to say it was the Family Channel. And I remember watching it when I would be sick. And for some reason, I believe it's on the same tape. I have Quackbusters and the 3-part Master Vile miniseries from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 3. For some reason, those go hand in hand in my brain. And I think it's because they're on the same videotape. So I don't even remember if I liked this, to be honest. But, I think, wasn't it one of those where they made new interstitials, but they just reused the old cartoons, they just kind of intercut them. I think that's what it is. And it really isn't nothing like Ghostbusters, if I'm not mistaken. Again, it's been 30 years since I watched this, so I could be totally wrong. But I mean, it was one that I watched. So there you go. We also got House, the complete series is hitting Blu-ray. I'm not certain if this is a re-release or if this is the first time the whole series has been in a box set together. But the entire series of House is available now. House was one of those I watched, I think, the first 3 or 4 seasons, and then I just kind of got tired. It was a good show, it was well written, but it was just the same thing over and over. It's oh, there's a mystery disease. Oh, House is a butthole. Oh, House figured it out. Oh, House isn't, maybe it's okay, he's a butthole. End of episode. And that was every episode. So, I mean, it was good. And then I don't know, I did watch the series finale, and it kind of made sense, but I also hadn't watched the 3 seasons prior to the season finale or series finale. So I don't know. Is House still good? I don't even know, y'all. We got some more listed up here on this. There's Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. The cartoon from back in the day is getting a Blu-ray release. There's also Frankenstein Jr. is getting just some random Hanna-Barbera stuff is coming out, which is wild. But then this one that I wanted to point out, this is Chris Claremont's X-Men. And so I guess this is a documentary style that kind of looks into Chris Claremont's run on the X-Men comics, not Superman. And I've always loved stuff like this. I don't know if this specifically, if I would like or not, because obviously I've not watched it. But, back in the day when all the first Marvel movies were coming out, Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk, I guess it was just the Hulk back then, X-Men, all that stuff. One of my favorite things was to get the DVD because it would have the bonus features of the documentary about the comics that it's based off of. And like sometimes you get lucky and it'd be like 45 minutes long. I love that. The Daredevil Blu-ray, or I guess DVD, had like a really long breakdown of like who Daredevil was, the different artists and writers that were on it. That's when I found out Kevin Smith had wrote a Daredevil comic. And then, it talked about like Frank Miller's run and all this stuff. And so like I've loved things like that ever since. And so, seeing this get like its own standalone release, like that's pretty cool. I don't know if it's available on digital or not, but it's hitting Blu-ray. So, check that out if that sounds like something you would be interested in. We also got another batch of the Blu-rays. Nothing really stood out to me on this one. And then, a couple more pages of it. Again, I'm just kind of letting it sit there for a moment, just in case you see anything that you would like to watch. But then on streaming, and it looks like it's kind of cutting off a little bit up at the top here, so I do apologize. I'll have to make sure I fix that before next week. But we've got the things that are coming out this week on streaming platforms. So Paradise is a series premiere. It comes out, looks like today, and it's on Hulu. And it's like about like the president, the former president, like people have to protect them. There was like a random like a TikTok viral thing that they did to kind of talk about. So I've honestly not seen anything about this, but it does have the guy that plays Cyclops. Completely blanking on his name. Man, I could have told you any other time because he was in Sonic. And he was even Perry White Jr. In Superman Returns. Gosh, it's gonna drive me crazy that I can't think of it. But I don't know. The 20 seconds that I've seen of this, I thought it looked all right. I mean, it's on Hulu, so if you have Hulu, series premiere, it's an action drama kind of thing. So I don't know, maybe worth checking out. We also get Mythic Quest season 4 premieres hitting Apple TV Plus this week. I've always wanted to watch this, and I've just never given it a chance. Not for any real reason, other than just didn't. Like, just never gave it the chance. Never gave it the time that, it needed to be watched. I honestly didn't know it was still going. But, I mean, I don't know. I think I'd really like it. I mean, it's about, creating video games. It's got Mac. Like, I don't know, guys. I think I'd really like it. I should check it out. I should do it. Also dropping tomorrow, we have a series premiere for The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the new animated series from Marvel Animation. Very excited for this one. Of course, it hits Disney Plus, and it's supposed to release tomorrow, so that means it'll probably be on there at 9 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time, if you are awake and want to watch it. I know there's going to be 2 episodes released, so we'll definitely talk about them. Depending on when it releases, I'll either touch base on it either tomorrow or Thursday. It just depends on when Maggie and I get to watch it. I would say more than likely Thursday, just because I doubt we'll get a chance to watch it since we'll be streaming Going Back to Smallville tonight live. So, I mean, obviously, we'll be doing that. So I just don't know if we'll have enough time to watch it tonight. But we will definitely watch it, and I'll let you know our thoughts because I'm very excited to see what they do. After X-Men 97, I almost said 98. After X-Men 97, I'm just very excited for any more Marvel animation. And even like season 3 of What If was actually really good. Personally, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't really care for it, but I thought it was good. So, lastly, I believe this is the last bit that we've got. It's the You're Cordially Invited. This is a movie that hits Prime on Thursday. So not even a Friday release, it's a Thursday release. But it has Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon. And I guess they both booked the same place for their daughters to get married. I don't think their daughters know each other. But so they're kind of fighting with each other because they want to make sure their daughters have like the best wedding. It looks really funny. I don't know. It's your typical comedy. Probably a bit of romantic situation going on. But I don't know. Will they end up together? I don't know. It looks good though. It looks like it'll be fun. It's a fun January movie that you don't have to pay for if you already have Prime. So there you go. And if you don't have Prime, you can use the link in the description of this episode and get Prime free for 30 days. Get that, watch that movie, cancel it. And there you go. You support us, you get a free movie, and you don't even have to worry about it, you know? You don't even have to deal with anything. It's all good. It's all good for everybody, you know? But there you have it. We have a stunning new look at Superman and all the latest releases to keep you busy this week. Whether you're streaming, buying, or renting, there's plenty to check out. But what do you think about David Corenswet's first flight as Superman? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to get your all's feedback on if you think it looks good or not, or if it's just my eyes playing trickery on me. Would love to know where everybody else feels about it. I don't know. It's just something about the way he just stares. Like the way he's just staring at the camera. I don't know. It's like his face is flat or something. But hey, I'm out of my element. Who knows? Maybe I'm totally off base, right? But I will be back and be back on base tomorrow for another edition of Movie Mornings. Again, we'll be streaming live tonight right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome with another episode of Going Back to Smallville. And I will see you all tomorrow for another edition of Movie Mornings. Remember, if you enjoyed today's episode, hitting that like button does way more than you think it does. Not only does it tell us you enjoyed this episode, but it also tells YouTube to share this episode with more people just like you. And it helps us grow this awesome community that we're building together. So that is going to wrap it up for me, everybody. Thanks again for watching. And as always, have a hopefully awesome day. Goodbye.